Hey, what's up, Full Ride Nation? Back for another one. All y'all that don't know me, Christopher, former D1 walk-on turn starter, here to help you guys with all your basketball hopes and dreams. Here for your daily motivational look. Today's video, this is about arrogance versus confidence. And this is a shout out to Coach Prime, Coach Deion Sanders out at Colorado University with the Buffs. He's been getting a lot of flack. And they're trying to say, and again, this is why I don't like commentators, because what Deion Sanders has done is absolutely amazing. It is phenomenal, and I love it. I don't even watch football. I'm not a football guy. I've never really been into football. It's not my thing. But Deion has put such a confidence and a belief in his players and his coaching staff, so much so that I'm thinking about quitting my job and going and play for Deion. And I know I have no eligibility. That's how much I believe. But the problem that I have is these commentators. And see, this is what I'm saying about a lot of you kids and parents, because this is the same thing for all sports. So even though he is football, this still is the same thing that kind of works for, not kind of, this works for basketball as well. So he's getting a lot of flack for the transfer portal. And they're saying that he got rid of players, and that's not fair to the players that were there. Hold on, newsflash. See, this is what I'm saying about the guys who are reporters and commentators, but they never actually played the sport. Anytime a new coach comes to a team in college, the current players, nobody's safe. So one of the first things that you want to ask a coach when you're being recruited is, how long do you plan on staying there? They could be lying to you because they may already know that they're leaving by the time that they sign you, or maybe the next year. But anytime a new coach comes, they want players that they've recruited. So don't sit here and fall for the fluff and the nonsense of, oh, he got rid of players and that's not fair. Oh, no, that happens all the time. And if you go to a school and your coach leaves in the middle of your time there, there's a chance that you may not be there. And let's face it, that team only won one game last year. So you don't want guys with a losing mentality there. That's number one. But what bothers me is they keep calling Deion Sanders arrogant. So, and I was looking at, what's his name? Oh, Jason Whitlock. Another person who's, in my opinion, accomplished nothing. And I'm about to give you the definition of arrogance versus confidence. But let me just say something about Jason Whitlock, because it's very disturbing to me, because he wants accolades because he's a so-called, he calls himself a journalist. But let me explain something to you. Sitting down, watching someone play a sport, and then going back and writing your opinion on it, that's not journalism. That's just your opinion. That's just you being a hater. A journalist is someone who finds something, has to go do some investigation. Like, I heard that there's a person with a Ponzi scheme. Well, now you go investigate this person. You investigate the fund that they have. You go and do some forensic accounting. You go and do some research. You interview people. You talk to people. And then you uncover something. That's journalism. But you sitting down watching someone coach, play basketball or football, and then you go write a column about it and then say that you're a journalist, well, then that means everybody in America is a darn journalist at that point then. But let's make a definition here. Let's define arrogance, right? So arrogant, having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's importance or abilities. Confidence, the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. So now, based on those two definitions, so we're saying that Deion Sanders is arrogant? No, he's confident because he knows the truth of something. He knows the truth of what he's built. He knows the truth of what he's trying to accomplish. Arrogant would be these reporters who have an exaggerated sense of themselves, an exaggerated sense of what they know against something that they've never actually done. That's arrogant. So the main person that they're calling arrogant, they should be looking in the mirror and calling themselves arrogant. So don't get confidence mixed up with arrogance. And I had to bring this video to you, and it's a little bit longer than my normal videos, but it's very disturbing to me because I'm getting I'm getting sick and tired of looking at all these commentators, these people who never played the sports that they cover, and they're so opinionated, and then they have the unmitigated gall to go out here and call people who are putting in work day in, day out, recruiting, practicing, eating right, making sacrifices. They got the audacity to call these people arrogant. When you sit down and critique someone on something that you can't do. And you're talking about it as if you can do it. And if at any moment one of those players or coaches said, okay, big shot, show me how to do it, they couldn't do it. And people actually take these people's word as if it has validation. I'm living in a real life Twilight Zone. So Full Ride Nation, I'm bringing this to you so that you can see things for what they are. Because at this moment in time, this is an alternate reality. This is the Twilight Zone where someone can sit in the stands and call someone who's actually doing the work arrogant. Unbelievable. Full Ride Nation, that's it for this one. And this isn't a football channel. I don't talk about football. But the point is, what he's doing, what Deion Sanders is doing in Colorado has to do with sports, athletic sports, and you guys are trying to get scholarships. And so this was a key point that I wanted you guys to understand, that don't be fooled by what they're saying because Deion has gone out here and he's in the transfer. Everybody's doing that. That's the normal. So, and that's what he's supposed to do as a coach. He has expectations of himself. The university has expectations of him, and he has expectations from his assistant coaches. And that's just the way that it is. And that's what this is all about. And so if you guys are serious about getting this basketball scholarship, it's the same thing on the basketball side. It's the same thing on the basketball side. So be prepared. That's why you always have to be sharpening your skills. You always have to be growing. You always have to be getting better, and you always have to be learning, because the coach is always looking to replace you. And guess what? The more success you have, other places are looking to take that coach away from that institution as well. So Full Ride Nation, this has been one of the longest ones I've had, but I keep coming at these commentators and these so-called journalists because I need you guys to understand what's really going on out here, especially the ones that are serious about getting this basketball scholarship. But anyway, Full Ride Nation, I'm going to answer another comment, but just stay tuned. But y'all know the drill. Let's compete.